So you're ready to start dropshipping, and you've probably spent hours watching tutorials and young millionaires living a luxury lifestyle. Or you've tried your first store with zero luck, wondering why it's not selling. Well, today I'm going to teach you how to get your first sale with Shopify dropshipping, because if you can get one, you can get 1,000. And I know you want to get rich so you can impress girls with diamond watches.
If you don't got this watch right here, you a little boy to me. I'll kiss you on your forehead.
And take a huge dump on all of your friends who didn't believe in you when you first started. I get it, okay? Nobody really cares though. But to get there, it all starts today with your first sale. And I want you to get it already by tomorrow, so you know it works. You've seen that online sales is possible and that e-commerce works. And you probably even followed the strategy online from someone that you trusted. You set up the ads, you found a product that you believe is perfect, and then nope, it didn't work. You're now questioning if the business model is dead. I mean, why doesn't it work for you if it works for others? And I had the same exact question just a few years ago. Anyways, I know the past doesn't matter. I know you wouldn't give up this easily, so let's figure it out. Now, the first and usually the main reason why you can't make sales is simple: your product. It probably sucks. I just gotta be honest with you. You're probably selling something that can be found nearly anyway, even in Walmart. Or you're in the most competitive niches selling a trend that's already passed. Or even worse, you're selling generic items. Sure, you could technically turn anything into money. And if a product is trending or saturated, it obviously means that it works. I mean, other people are making tons of money with it. And yes, that's true. But without proper marketing skills, budgeting, and understanding of the business model, this likely won't work for you. But of course, I got the solution. When looking for winning products for your dropshipping store, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Has the product been trending for too many months, or is it dead? Does it make someone's life easier? And do I have a unique marketing approach for it? Most products aren't dead, but you're likely taking a basic marketing approach without standing out too much. But dropshipping in 2024 is about one thing: standing out and creating unique content that actually fits your audience. Ideally, you want to have a broad product, then find a specific audience for it and a marketing angle. Then narrow it down to them rather than selling it completely broad. The day I started being creative with my products is also the day that my stores took off. And by the way, just so you know that I know what I'm talking about, I want to show you my store real quick. So it's currently June the 13th. We are not even halfway through the month and I've already made over $288,000. On this channel, I'm documenting my journey to hitting my first $1 million month. And from the graphs here, it looks like we're probably gonna end it at like $700,000 this month unless things go crazy. Now, if you've been trying to sell a product for a few days, maybe you even run paid ads for it, or you posted 10 to 20 organic videos of it, but nothing seems to work. You should definitely just move on from the product. Just because someone else makes money with it doesn't mean that it's something you will get rich of. Sometimes the world is unfair and you just have to test new products. Do not be emotionally attached to your product ever. And keep this in mind. If the product doesn't help anyone or make their life 10 times cooler, it's just not a good product. Now, moving on to the most important thing though, marketing. I'll give you some key lessons that will guarantee you your first sales. In 2024, the most important skill to have is understanding marketing angles. Just like I said earlier. Now, more specifically, your creatives. We're moving into a more TikTok-centered world, and your video ads have to follow the same path. Chances are you probably don't have a very appealing creative that grabs a lot of attention. Now, this all starts with the most important thing, the hook. People's attention span are low, and you need to understand content creation to some extent in order to hook them, but also to sell them. Rather than using basic hooks like, wow, this product is amazing, or introducing the future of skincare, come up with something unique and follow the trends on TikTok. Go for hooks saying things like, I'll get fired if I have this in my office, or my teacher will hate me for this. Then you're selling like a device that can help you cheat on exams. And a bonus tip for you, unboxing videos work really well. Number 2, showcase what it's like owning the product rather than just talking about it. If you're selling a projector, you don't need to convince your audience so hard that it's good. Rather, make a video ad where you showcase how it's going to be like for the customer, where you film the product late at night in your room with a chill song in the background and type something like Sunday nights, Netflix, and a glow projector. The customer wants to see the product in action, so stop around and get to the point. Now, if you nail video ad creatives, you will get a ton of visitors to your website, but you'll still find yourself confused. 100 people have clicked in on your website, but the sales remain at 0. And you ask yourself, why? What went wrong? Well, you probably didn't have a clear call to action. The customers are likely just looking at your website because they thought your video was cool, but it didn't give them a specific reason to purchase. This is where call to action is so important. Always end your videos with something cool like buy yours now to save the summer, or this is a steal, 50% off sale ends at midnight. Now, if you're not creative though, just steal someone else's hook or approach. If the hooks and video ads are working for someone else, it should work for you too. Just fit it into your own product. Now, the best thing you can do if your product isn't getting the traction that it deserves is to change up your entire marketing approach. I always tell beginners this. Test marketing angles rather than too many products. You could be just one marketing angle away from getting your first sale, if not even thousands of dollars. And like I said in my previous video, one of the most genius things I've ever done was to turn a camera for kids into a vintage camera for adults and people who loved traveling. Do not just sell the product for what it is. Use your creativity and come up with a unique audience to it. This allows you to give the product a whole new life in a new market. And the best part about all of this is that there won't be any competition. Now let's talk about arguably the most important part in making your first sale. And the reason 90% of you haven't made it yet, your website. The first question I want you to ask yourself might be a little bit tricky. Does my website look like a dropshipping store? I want you to establish a brand feel already from the start. Use content from TikTok in your description, not just AliExpress pictures, and develop a good color scheme. By doing this, as well as adding some nice reviews on your website, you will make it seem so much branded and trustworthy compared to just having a basic Dawn theme. Now, what's the nerdy way to know if your website sucks? The most important one? Well, it's to pay attention to your metrics. But I have a unique calculation technique that I want to teach to you so you'll be able to decide yourself whether or not your website sucks. If I get 100 visitors, I should at least be getting 2 to 3 sales. Now, what about your store? If you've had over 100 visitors with no sales, your store probably sucks. However, these statistics are easier to see on a bigger scale. Ideally, you want to have a 3% conversion rate or higher, and at least 1 in 4 who adds to cart purchases the product. So if you have 7 add to carts but no purchases, something might be wrong. And if you have 100 visitors and no sales, something might also be wrong. And also just make sure you have free shipping available on your website too. Another tip I want to give you too is to always lower your price a little bit more than your ideal selling price just to get those first few sales in. And by the way, if you want to learn dropshipping from me personally, you can send me a message on Instagram right here. I don't talk so much about it, but I actually have a mentorship program and the results have been amazing. People that went from 0 to 100K months quit their 9-to-5s and understood dropshipping correctly. And it's also been super fun. So for that reason, I'm opening a couple of spots for my dropshipping program this summer. So if you're interested, send me a message on Instagram right here. So now let's say you made your first sale, which you will do after this video. How do you actually fulfill the order safely so that your customers won't be annoyed at you and ask for refunds? You will be using AutoDS, which is available through the Shopify App Store, and it will help you automatically send out your products so easily. Now let's say you want to sell this product right here, which is a basketball thing. You simply just copy the link, you head over to AutoDS, you click on add product right here, then you go with single product, you put in the link, and then you're gonna have the option to customize it. For this video, I'm just gonna call it basketball thing. Then you can go ahead and click save and import, and it will be added to your store. You can also on the marketplace actually find price yourself, and you can even search it up. Now for shipping out the product though, we all know that AliExpress can be unreliable, and you do not want to do this manually. However, with AutoDS, it's super simple. So let me show you when you make your first sale, how to ship out the actual product. All you have to do is to come up here and add your balance. Then you can use the service fulfilled by AutoDS, where all you have to do is to head to your store, then orders, and select fulfilled by AutoDS. Now, as long as you have your balance loaded, they will take care of everything and ship out your orders. And they also give you a free 30-day trial, so don't take any risks on your store. Get AutoDS now and things will be so much easier for you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and link AutoDS in the description. Make sure you sign up because it's efficient and amazing. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, remember to click a like on it and subscribe. On this channel, I'm documenting my journey to hitting my first $1 million month with dropshipping, as well as sharing with you all the information that I've learned and cool videos about the business. But that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one.